All right, guys, today I'm going to be reading out of the book of Enoch. I want to get some things out of Enoch real quick so you guys can understand that when the Most High creates something, it doesn't change, okay? So this is going to be a little prelogue, I guess. So this is all right here and all right here, okay? And all right here, okay? So, start right here. The words of the blessing of Enoch, wherewith he blessed the elect and righteous, who will be living in the day of tribulation, when all the wicked and the godless are to be removed. And he took up his parable and said, Enoch, a righteous man whose eyes were opened by God, saw the vision of the Holy One in the heavens, which the angel showed me, and from them I've heard everything and from them I understood as I saw, but not for this generation, no, not for Enoch's generation, but for a remote one which is for to come. So this is our generation, right? This is what he says here. Concerning the elect, I said, and took up my parable concerning them, the holy and great one will come forth from his dwelling, and the eternal God will tread upon the earth, even on Mount Sinai, and appear from his camp, and appear in the strength of his might from the heaven of heavens. And it shall be smitten with fear, and all shall be smitten with fear, and the watchers shall quake. Okay, the watchers, these are the watcher angels that in Genesis 6, okay? And the watchers shall quake, and great fear and trembling shall seize them up to the ends of the earth, right? Up unto the ends of the earth, okay? So the earth has ends to it. Like, you ever heard of the phrase end of the world? Right? They know where the end of the world is. Just, hypothetically speaking, right? Just a little flat earth pun in there. But anyway, and the high mountains shall be shaken, and the high hills shall be made low, and shall melt like wax in a flame before the flame. And the earth shall be wholly rent in sunder, and all that is upon the earth shall perish. And there shall be judgment upon all men. But with the righteous he will make peace, and will protect the elect, and mercy shall be upon them. And they shall all belong to God, and they shall be prospered, and they shall all be blessed, and he will help them all. And the light shall appear unto them, the law. Remember, the law is the light. And he will make peace with them. And behold, he cometh with 10,000 of his holy ones to execute judgment upon all, and to destroy all the ungodly, and to convict all flesh, right? All of us, because our flesh is sin, right? It harbors sin, right? From the day Adam and Eve bit from the tree, right, of the knowledge of good and evil, that's when evil entered man's heart, okay? So people got to understand these aspects of why certain things are playing out, and why are we in the state we're in now, okay? So it says here, and of all the hard things which ungodly sinners have spoken against him. He hears everything, okay? Observe ye everything that takes place in the heaven, how they do not change their orbits, and the luminaries, the stars, right, which are in the heaven, how they will rise and set in order, each in its season, and transgress not against their appointed order. That means the sun's always going to rise in the east and set in the west, just as the luminaries, right? Nothing changes. Like Ecclesiastes 1:9 says, what will be has been, what will be done has been done. There is nothing new under the sun. Nothing new. Everything's the same down here. since the beginning of time. Okay, nothing changed. Only man changed his flat earth into a silly ball earth. Okay, you'll understand once you read the magnificence of his creation. All right, I'm not saying that the earth is totally flat, but I'm saying the foundation is flat. Okay, of course we have mountains, you know, of course we have hills and creeks and river lines and all that stuff, right? But the foundation, everything that is built, that's why he said in Romans 1, right? When he was talking about from the creation of the world clearly being seen, clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made. Okay, all the buildings stand up together, right? So let's continue here. Observe ye everything that takes place in the heaven, and how they do not change their orbits, and the luminaries which are in the heaven, the sky, right, the firmament, how they all rise and set in order, each in its season, and transgress not the law, transgress not against their appointed order. Behold ye the earth, and give heed to all the things which take place upon it from the first to the last, how steadfast they are, how none of the things upon the earth change, but the works of God appear, but all the works of God appear unto you. All the works of God appear to you. Behold the summer, right? We know the summer and the winter, right? How the whole earth is filled with water, and with clouds, and with dew, and rain lie upon it. Observe and see how in the winter all the trees seem as though they had withered and shed all their leaves, except 14 trees, right, which do not lose their foliage, and retain the old foliage from 2 to 3 years till the new ones come, till the new comes, right? Now let's get this part. Now, you know about the summer, don't you? And again, observe ye the days of summer, how the sun is above the earth over against it, right? So this is what I was trying to explain, right? When you look at a flat earth map and you look at the inner ring, when it's summertime, the sun is closer to the north, which is in the center of the map. When you have, say, winter, it's on the outer border, right, where so-called Antarctica is. This is Enoch describing it, and it's 100% clear, and it fits in with Bible verses, right? And he's talking about, God created the heaven and the earth. He created this. We didn't. NASA didn't create it. Your president didn't create it. Your scientists didn't create it. Did you not know that back then there were scientists and Chaldeans that were getting chewed to bits by the prophets? But anyway, let's continue. And you seek shade and shelter by reason of the heat of the sun, and the earth also burns with glowing heat. You ever seen steam rising up off cars and off the ground when it's super hot? That's what he's talking about. And so you cannot tread on the earth or on a rock by reason of its heat. That's when they wasn't wearing shoes. We just acquired shoes due to all this stuff, right? Anyway, observe ye how the trees cover themselves with green leaves and bear fruit. Wherefore give ye heed, and know with regard to all his works, and recognize how he that lived forever hath made them so, and all his works go on thus from year to year forever, and all the tasks which they accomplish for him, and their tasks change not, but according as God hath ordained, so it is done. And behold, how the sea, now we're getting into the water. Watch this. You see that word right there? Look at this. And behold, how the sea and the rivers in like manner accomplish and change not their task from his commandments. Look at that. Look at that. Even the sea, the water, the earth, the moon, the sun, the stars, they all obey God's commandments. The animals, the fish, the birds, the beasts, right? They all obey God's commandment. You know who breaks God's commandments the most? We do. But ye have not been steadfast, nor done the commandments of the Lord. See that? But ye have turned away and spoken proud and hard words with your impure mouths against his greatness. O ye hard-hearted, ye shall find no peace. Therefore shall ye execute your days, And your year and the years of your life shall perish, and all the years of your destruction shall be multiplied in eternal excretion, and you shall find no mercy. In those days you shall make your names an eternal excretion and unto all the righteous, and by you shall all who curse, and all the sinners and godless shall imprecate by you, and for you, the godless, there shall be a curse. And all the, why is it missing a word here? All the shall rejoice. Okay, whatever. And there shall be forgiveness of sins. So everybody's going to be forgiven, right? As long as you repent, you're going to be forgiven, right? And there shall be forgiveness of sins. Okay, so Perry, there you go. And every mercy and peace and forbearance, there shall be salvation unto them, a goodly light. There you go, that light again, that law. And for all of you sinners, there shall be no salvation. The sinners get no salvation. But on you all shall abide a curse. But for the elect there shall be light, the law, and joy, happiness, and peace, tranquility, right? And they shall inherit the earth, and then there shall be bestowed upon the elect wisdom, right? So whoever obtains wisdom, right, by his standards are elect, right? And these are the people you need to listen to. And they shall all live and never sin and never again sin, right? This is when, when I was talking about when he said with a twinkling of an eye, those that are remaining, left and remaining shall be changed. This is when he converts everybody on earth that's left and remaining after the judgment and after all this stuff. The people that's striving to make it to the kingdom, you really got a lot of work. But for the people that's striving to make it to the kingdom, he's going to write that eternal law in your heart, and you're never going to sin again. Never again sin. That's when you never again sin, right? Either through ungodliness or through pride, right? No one has pride. But they who are wise shall be humble. So you're going to know who's wise. It says it right here, right? Enoch. And they shall not again transgress, right? So the people that are wise know not to break them laws again, because if they do, if they came out the world, they go back into the world, that's when there's no salvation. Because it's like, hey, I gave you salvation and you went back into the world. Now you coming to ask me for forgiveness again after you just, broke down and swore that you'd never do it again to me, right? That's what he's saying. Nor shall they sin all the days of their life, nor shall they die of the divine anger or wrath. This is called the judgment, right? But they shall accomplish the number of the days of their life, and their lives shall be increased in peace, and the years of their joy shall be multiplied in eternal gladness and peace all the days of their life. This is why I don't sweat anything, right? So then we'll talk about the demoralization of mankind, the intercession of the angels on behalf of mankind, the dooms pronounced by God on the angels of the messianic kingdom, Noah fragment, right? So this comes out of the time of Noah. Once again, Enoch is the grandfather of, I believe, Enoch came before Noah. Noah was the 8th from Adam. Enoch was the 7th. So Enoch was and was not because God had taken him. He was the only man taken up to earth. Well, not only, but he was one of the men taken up without having to see death. And he was given judgment upon the watchers, right? He was given watch over the watchers. So it's a long story, but it's a lot of time. It's a lot of things to be talked about. Shalom, and get ready for that flat earth debate.